Hello and welcome back. Welcome back. I fooled you. I fooled you. In the last episode, I said that it was going to take a while to get to the next series. I lied. I lied. I really look forward to play the Amevians. This has been looked forward to for a long time. Here we are. Here we are. We are the Amevians. I'm going to quickly go over who and what they are. If you are interested in this race, this is a great playthrough to follow because I'm going to go over them in detail and try to make the best Amevian city possible. Because if you look, Grandstone and mud buildings are the only structure they like. These guys are probably my favorite race. They like to be in the warm. They like to be in the open. They don't really care for anything other than water. Or actually, it doesn't even say they don't care for forest or open land. They could live in both. They just need to live near water. And we have plenty of water on our map. I'll show you guys in a second. They have a pretty unique set of furniture. Stone, cut stone, fish, leather, wood, and furniture. As slaves, they have the exact same options. I don't know why it's just backwards. The likings, they like pretty much everything that everyone else likes, except for other people. They really just don't like other people. They're not cannibals. They don't like immigrants, so it'd be important to grow our own. Being a former slave, of course. Noise, so something that they dislike. Wrongful deaths, of course. It's starving, of course. These are things that they dislike. Opposition. They're religiously flexible, which means that they go any direction. But they dislike if there's other people, I believe. Yeah, they dislike if there are multiple religions. So you have to choose one. You have to go along and choose one. They have some pretty good physics. Their stats are relatively good. They have the same amount of health as everyone else. They all have 1 health. That's what I figured out. Everyone has a different amount of weight and attack. They have a point towards melee pierce damage here. Yeah, they have a 0.2 or a 0.25 pierce damage. These symbols are all confusing. I never really look at them too often. They're fair at bows as well. If you look at any other race, they all have roughly a 0.1. But these guys, Argonash, of course, don't. But like Crotonians probably have a 0.1, yeah. So everyone is about the same when it comes to archery, except for Dundarians. Talapis have a 0.2 or 0.15. So they're only a little bit better than anyone else when it comes to archery. So as Amevians, we will be focusing on doing that all over the place. We're the majority, of course. Population of 10. They hate everyone else. If you didn't notice, if you didn't look, they hate everybody. They do not like anybody at all. Garthimi, they're slightly okay with the idea of Garthimi existing on this planet, but they have a very small selection of food as well. So they only care for fish, fruit, and eggs. So we're gonna have some nice pastures in here, but as you can notice, this is the most barren desert map I could possibly choose. And this side of the map has ocean, has much better fishing ground. So there's gonna be a lot of guys fishing out here. And there's supposed to be images, I think when you bust out the fishery. Yes. These fish, when they're in the deep water of the ocean, compared to the deep water here, they're not only more plentiful of them, but I believe they give you access to more fish. So for example, our first fishery is going to be like right here. And I do not believe the boys care for shape, but I do want to check that. They do not care at all about shape. That is exactly how you should be. Do not care. Care only for the goods of your life. So immediately, before I have even hit play, you'll notice that I'm building this. And it's going to be space for a lot of fishermen. 38 wood is no problem. We can get that. There's some wood all over the map. We'll have them fell trees kind of in this vicinity. So they can grab that, bring it up here. We will also make a road going down, like so. So we'll get that going. That is the first and only thing you should think about doing before you do anything in this game. Get your food situation. Get that sorted. Don't make a bunch of jobs. I think a lot of people go and they make a bunch of jobs. I even was hesitant to tell them to do this. Exactly. Because they're going to spend more time making those roads and doing this stuff here. They should already be trying to grab the wood from in here, because I think it's only 38, and just grabbing it and bringing it over. Let's take a stock of who we've got. We'll do quarter time speed here. Slime Red Fang. Ooh, I like that. Kern the Deadwater. Codis Garakis. Sotek Ceres. Anzaga. Revlis Machta. Florkian. Oh my god, they're getting harder and harder to say. Kiss Color. And there was another one too over here. Vashtar Vlax and Ashgar Blackfin. Dude, they're so freaking cool. These are a modded race for anyone who's unaware. From what I've been told, they are not a Jake creation. They've been modded in, and he liked the mod and the characters so much that he felt like putting them in as a species. So here they are. They are literally one of the best looking races. The little tails, the little wags, their faces. They're so good. They're so good. And they all have like unique expressions. And you can see what they look like a little better than the Garthimi. That's what I like the most. And as you can see, there's a lot of decorations on the ocean maps. We never get to go to the ocean, and I hardly spend time in the desert, so I figured it'd be the best time to do that. We're also going to have a house, and luckily they love mud, so we can just make mud houses everywhere and make everything out of mud. And I don't really mind the aesthetic of the mud. It looks pretty good to me. So we will have that, and we will suspend this job for now. And if you're unaware with mud, it's just takes longer to create. Oh, we are in quarter time speed. I'm like, why are they going so slow? I usually play the game at this speed, but I like to look at it sometimes, because if you click on them, you can see he's a 51-year-old Amevian plebeian, proudly serving you as an odd jobber. General health is good. Height 7.4. That's pretty tall, but has declined being measured for weight. The god of his kin is Krator. Speaking of which, religion. I think we will have access to Krator, because Krator gives you better Globdian pastures. Although a minion is better for submission, and Shmalorism. Followers of Shmor, the great queen of the Argonash. I don't care for bug people. And that's the issue. What do they like? I don't want the bug people. I think it really matters most on the future scale, and I only care for Globdian pastures out of all of that. I think that they would believe in authority, because they like Grandstone, and they're pretty smart people. They're pretty up there. Speaking of which, though, I want to look at my faction's neighbors. So Magician, the dignified defender of honor, the merciful McTam. You stinky little Crotonian. Goods. See, we have one of those thick boy economies. 38 for wood. but he's buying wood for 22 a pop, so we could definitely get into some of that for sure. Selling wood, selling stone. It's crucial, and people don't do this a lot, in my opinion, to start selling stuff to your neighbors as fast as possible. It's gonna help you out so much. So, for example, you might not have the trade right now, you're a neutral faction, but you can go in here. Oh. No, you can't. Oh my god. Jake! Jake? Took away my trade option? You bastard. Why? Ah, because I have no warehouse yet. I'm a dummy. Very dumb. I was wondering, I'm like, did you take it away? There's no way he did that. That'd be ridiculous. So what are we gonna name ourselves? I think the most simple answer is Lizard Empire. And I am Lizard Fiend. This time. I gotta come up with a unique looking thing here. I think I got it. I think this is the best thing I can get. This is a lizard whipping that nay-nay. I couldn't come up with it. I drew a fish at first, but then I got this one, and I kind of like it a little more. So he's a lizard, and he's dancing. That's what he's doing. All right, back to the world. Back to the real stuff that matters. Jesus. Also, I'm gonna turn this on now. There's gonna be a timer every 8 in-game days. And I'll save as many screenshots as possible and make a video out of them, hopefully. And get this shit made faster. Awesome. So this is ready to go. Obviously, we do not have 27 workers, so we're gonna put 5 fishermen in there. They have access to boats because they're the deep sea, and they can go into the deep sea and pull fish from there. That's what that boat signifies. The next step, build a little warehouse. No house yet. No house yet. This will help. Having the warehouse, having the food storage, having somewhere to put things. I promise you. So we'll have them work and do that. There's insufficient workers allocated because they are all deciding to do this, which is perfectly fine. Look at those happy little tails wagging along. And hopefully these guys stay clean because they're close to water. Yeah. He's gonna go fishing. Goodbye, brother! Goodbye! He went fucking far. Let's see, they're gonna bring some fish back. Matter of fact, where is he? I think he's gone. There we go, we got some fishies right here. Oh, that's interesting. That's where they prepare the fish. The fish gotta get prepared. So we're gonna be... I didn't go over the rules for this series. I'm gonna play this as true as possible to how I feel the Amevians would live. I am not going to import. I am going to grow Amevians myself in the Amevian hatchery. So this is gonna be a very fish-heavy run. But I think I can do it because it's kind of like a barrel roll per se. I think the only issue I will find is getting... I might need fabric and some spare wood for that, but there is some wood on the southern coast here by that side of the water, so we can go down there and grab some of that. have these guys terraform this area. God damn it. You can see it takes a long time to build these mud structures. Nearly a day. But I like the aesthetic of them. They look good. Amazing, amazing. So we have our warehouse now. We're going to allocate one guy. He's going to grab wood, stone, those livestock that we have, the rations that we have, spare fish, and I believe that is all that is in that house down there. We have some grain. I'll sell that. I think it'll be worth something. In stone. The next immediate goal will be to get this house done. I've never done a run like where I have to make my own population, and I'm not trying to speed through it. There's no rush. But I do know that I have to kind of beat my neighbors to the punch, per se. They may take unnecessary precautions against me in the future that will destroy me early on, and if I don't have a decent army and everybody set up, that would be the case. We immediately got some fish, which is good. Hopefully this guy can get that going, and then I'm gonna look at the factions here. Yeah, we can send resources now, so we can make a trade deal for 3 or 4 wood there. But I don't have the thing yet, so rather, how much do you want for a fish? Ooh, okay. Well, that's good to know. So we'll get that. We can sell fish for 56. And he's selling wood for 45, so that's kind of a bad trade-off. We're gonna have to just run canals. But that's okay, because we have a lot of water to run canals. If you're on a desert map, I think I could do well on just a plain desert map. I wanted to do a straight desert tile, but I know that the buff of not having the water nearby was going to drive me crazy, so I opted to make this the most barren possible. But even then, when you run canals through it, it gets really, really fertile. So hopefully this guy will start grabbing that stuff. And we're just in the waiting phase right now, because mud buildings are very slow and we need more laborers in order to get them built faster. Hey, there we go. The super screenshots are working. So on the 8th day of every year, so every season, I think, or every 2 seasons, something like that. Very frequently. Ah, now we've got a Globdian pasture. Look at that little Globdian. What a beautiful little creature. Can't even tell what it's doing. I think that's its face on that side there. And that's the tail end of it. Yeah. There, what? Yeah, that's the face, and that's the tail. They're pretty cute. They're actually pretty cute. So what I've been doing is I just go in here and I sell all of this stone for resources. I'm not selling my wood because that's more valuable to me. And I'm going to want a lot of wood later. So what I'm going to actually do is pop that up like that. Give myself a little bit more storage space for it. And currently trying to make a carpenter. Once I get the carpenter running, we have an Amevian hatchery on the way. And we'll have our first hatchery going. And I'm not gonna get immigrants. I don't really want to get people if they're gonna cause my loyalty to go down. I'd rather grow them myself. You can see I'm making the building over here. It doesn't take too much in the way of fabric, so I'll just keep copying it over and over and over. We're trying to remove this old stupid road that they've got here. The city is very spread apart for a reason, because this wouldn't have access to 19 animals. It would probably have access to like 4 over here. I'd need double the size, and it would cost the same amount of wood. So you can see we didn't even fill it up with the amount of livestock we had, and we're making a fair amount of eggs. We got 2 already there, and they should eventually get brought over there. We'll probably put a fishery over here too, just to supplement their food income and everything over here. How much is he selling furniture for? Oh, good lord. 456, but he's buying it for a huge amount of money. Oh man, we're not going to sell our wood. We're going to sell our furniture. Alright, we've got our first nursery up. Look at that. It's really cute. I've never seen one. So we've got a hauler out here with fish, and then we've got 4 nursery workers who have to work there. I had to get a few extra people, and I'm going to have to get a few more, because I have this that needs people to work here, and I'm also going to need a fishery over here. I have the globbean pasture, warehouse, food stall, some housing, some shrines. I put some shrines in. I put a speaker over here. I never really am sure if they need hearths in these warm environments, but I still put them anyways. I think they're a necessity anyways, but they don't really need it for warmth. They just go and hang out. So I put that there, and I'll put that there. And I've got this one here as well. I've got another shrine to Atheria up here, a well, all kinds of good stuff. And once this starts pumping out some babies, hopefully good things will come. We got 12 at a time. I figured they should come in batches of 12. So we'll speed up time a little bit. And we also got, oh look at that, we've got enough furniture and fabric to upgrade this. So this is going to be getting us significantly more for the cost. Let's see if I can't pull somebody off a job over here. Nope. We're just going to need to do it the old-fashioned way. Oh, look at those things. Amevian eggs. So days until next child, 8. Babies, 4. I wonder, yeah, the reproduction capability is determined by the amount of adults in my city. So we have 5 reproduction capability. We may not simply have enough people in our city. That's annoying. Alright, now we've unlocked export depots and import depots. We can actually kind of automate some of our processes. So we're gonna go and put a export depot over here. We'll have that, and we'll have that. And then I think on the other side of it, I will have, and this will change. Obviously, this is a very small one for now. We'll have 2 import depots. 2 and 2. Solid start, because we're going to be exporting a spare amount of furniture and stone. And then we're going to be importing things like wood, because it's cheaper. We can make some money off of the carpentry that we sell. We also built this other fishery down here. And he's going to need a little bit more furniture and a little bit more fabric. And then he can upgrade. I've been getting people. I'm convinced that I need about 50 because I realized that there is a production cap. So if you look, now there's 7 reproduction capability because I have enough people. If I can get it up to about 10, I think that's good. So I think about 50 guys. Then this can keep reproducing and I'll start having babies because it's going to take a long time for them to grow into adults and then have them actually become adult populace and make it so that I can have more babies. So I figured I might as well just get some immigrants for that. That's the stuff that I mean when I try not to set myself any seriously strict goals or rules. So we can ask this guy for trade. We'll give him a little bit of stone for that. And then this guy here, he wants a lot of money for that. No. We will not do that. Oh, our other neighbor died. They're gone. That's fucked up. Then I go in here and I just... and I ask for however much fabric is necessary for now. Until I can get my cotton farms up. I'm not convinced I will do slavery across the board. Because the thing with slaves is... yeah, I don't think I will, because slaves kind of cause a problem. I may do it with certain races that are really, really easy to control, like Kryptonians. But I might not do it for every single race. Simply because I don't want to farm. But we won't have Dondarians or anybody like that. That's for sure. No humans. Humans make it too simple. I get to choose one species. Mom said you get one species. Alright, so we export furniture above 30. Good. At above 250. Yes. And then we export stone at above 96. Above 10. That's good. That's how you make money, right there. That's the fastest way to make some money. And then we keep a small portion of... I don't want to import that much. Yeah, I'd rather have it like 40 items there. Perfect. And then we might need some iron. How much are you selling it for? Okay. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. For what we're making, it's not too bad. Don't spend over 500 though. And the same with you. Don't spend over 100. Still very expensive stuff that we're doing here. Alright, let's look at here. Amazing. A masonry. Oh wow. It's so amazing. I can't get out the words because I'm happy. We've got cut stone coming early, very early. And that means people will be able to get access to all kinds of cool cut stone related technology things, such as I honestly forget what cut stone is good for. Basically just kind of upgrading wells and hearths and other cool things. Oh yeah, statues. That's that too. Statues. Lots of statues. We've got our little laboratory here. So I'm going to go over basically everything I've got done for this episode. I think this is the best point to stop for episode 1 as I've gotten so far. I could keep going, but I think I should stop now before I get a little too far. So we have our laboratory. 5 guys working here, not too many. A couple houses. We need some more housing. We're actually running low on housing. We have 2 wells throughout the whole city as well. We're going to need to get some more of those. I think the best way I'd like to do that is probably go like this, and then just plunk, make a bigger well, like that, and that will fit perfectly in with the aesthetic of the city, kind of. I'm going for a unique organic flow. I'm trying to be as unique and as organic as I possibly can to the shape of it. You can see I've done a lot, and you're probably going to see some hopefully good editing of some cool stuff in here. I haven't done it yet, so I don't know if it's going to work. We have the canal. The canal you can't see because it's snowing for some reason in the middle of the desert. We're going to speed up time a little bit so we can get out of the snow. I didn't even realize it's snowy outside because I've been on the cold maps for so long. We have a training ground here, our capital, throne room, a longhouse for recruits to live in, and we should probably actually put another house over here. Or actually, put this right in between them. That will look good, and then we'll put the other house on the other side of him. Like that. So we're building in 3 different quarters of the map, or quadrants I should say. There's this fishery here, the original fishery with the little warehouse and janitor, as well as a food stall and a market, they have access to wood and or regular stone. Eventually, they'll have some cut stone in there, but I'm not going to give that to them yet, as I need it for other things. Things like this here, we're just going to do that, and then put a big well right in there. I also had, if you noticed, some torches in throughout the city. I actually wanted to have light in the city for once, because I never ever get it. I think what I'll do is I'll remove this. We'll push it back one. Like that. So like that, and then put some decorations right there. I don't know, I want the torch to fit somewhere where I think that would be the best. It's got to line up a little bit in my mind. But yeah, we've got 3 different spots on the map. So this is the northern fishing zone. They get a lot of fish from this area, a lot of fish, and it gets brought down the road. There's also this hatchery, Amevian hatchery. We have 12 children being made, so there's 116 total baby or people in the city, including the 2 Kryptonian slaves that I have. They work in the cotton farm. So we have 4 people working in the cotton farm, 2 of whom are Amevians. They probably really don't like being down there, but they have to anyways. We also have this fishery. When you get these, if he says he's going to give you fabric and you want fabric, I'd take it. But normally if you accept this, he will not like it. It actually bothers them. I don't know why. Unless it's changed, I know that it does bother them, and it kind of lowers their view of you. So I'm not going to accept that. I put a bunch of benches throughout the city, and I tried to keep up the decorations on this half of the city as well. We have trees, and now that we have cut stone coming in, I can put statues in, kind of decorate early on so that the city's flow works around that as well. We have the market and a similar sized food stall that is just giving out fish. So fish is the primary source of food. They have a little bit of egg production coming in, not very much, and I think later down the line, unless I can get some of this area turned into pasture or something, I think, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, this right here would make perfect pasture land. I could definitely see myself putting Globdian pastures all along here like this, kind of like that, and then just have them farm to their heart's content, or get the pasture work to their heart's content along the canal network. And we'll probably move this import-export depot out of the way, because as you can see now that the snow is gone, this is what it looks like when you have a canal through the desert. That's 6% fertility, 50% fertility. It boosted it up at least 50%. Not the best, but you're growing trees. You're actually getting stuff now, where before you weren't getting anything. So the highest I have in my map here is like 83, I think, right there. Yeah, I see one that's 80 right there. 83 is the highest right there. But I think it's because it has some water nearby and it has good base fertility. But yeah, this is the start of a beautiful Amevian city. I look forward to actually doing some cool stuff. I actually want to call these boys out. Let's have them show off a little bit real quick. Come here. We have our 20 Amevian boys. We'll have them muster up. Look at them. Missing a few of them. Come on. There we go. Oh, they're still missing one. There he is. Old frickin', what's his name? Slowpoke here. What's his name? Derek. Of course, you look like a Derek to me. Alright, move forward. So these guys are decently trained. They're getting up there. They're not super trained, but they're trained enough. Pretty slow, goddamn. Maybe it's because they're in a defensive formation. How about that? That's interesting. If they're moving quickly, they seem to not get into the line properly. But when they're moving normal speed, that's like combat speed. Amazing, amazing. Great job, guys. Go back to your jobs. Their actually only job right now is to train. There's 20 spaces for people to train. So once they're done, they can come back and technically work in the fishery and the Amvian pastures and all that stuff. But right now, their only job in the city is to do that. And I prefer it that way. I need soldiers. We need soldiers, and we need lots of soldiers. As many as possible. You can see their house is done here as well. Beautiful, beautiful. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it's probably a shorter, it might be a longer episode. It depends if I can actually get the clips that I wanted to work. Regardless, I appreciate you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye. Say goodbye to Ahat Bloodwash, the son of, I think his name is, there's another blood of Riplash. There was another Bloodwash, wasn't there? He was one of the original members of the fucking... whatever. Goodbye! Say goodbye.